It's time to get this show on the road with Dax After Dark. That's right, everybody. It's time for Dax After Dark, episode 3. 250 hits so far. Maybe one day 250 million. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a couple things different tonight. First off, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, clicking on my show. You're not going to be sorry tonight. Y'all came on a good night, okay? So, get things started, we're going to be talking about top 10 guy movies of the 80s and top 10 girl movies of the 80s. I'm going to get the guy part out of the way because I like guy movies, but I love my girl movies too. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So, I'm going to get right down to it. But first, I got to sing my crew and my fan base my theme song to Denny's. That's right, my favorite restaurant in the world. Denny's, it's time to go to Denny's, Denny's. It's time to go to Denny's, DENNYS. It's time to sit in a booth, have some cheese fries with gravy. Okay. Now that was my theme song to the Dax After Dark show, Denny's, where I like to eat and I like to greet. Anyway, so I got a top 10 list I compiled from like box office hits and viewership from both sides of the fence, boys and girls. So let's get things started. All right. Coming in at number 1, Beverly Hills Cop. Axel Foley, man, I tell you, man, Eddie Murphy was a big star back in the 80s, and this was one of his biggest hits, Beverly Hills Cop. You can't get no more guy than that. Coming in at number 2, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I like this movie a lot. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Top 10 movie box office hit of the 80s. Like I said, you gotta go check this stuff out. And it starred Harrison Ford. And coming in at number 3, Conan. Man, I tell you, that big snake, James Earl Jones as the Snake King. Oh yeah, you gotta go check it out. They did a remake of it recently, but it wasn't that good. And I don't think I think like 5 people went and saw it. So coming in at number 4, I'll be back. Terminator. That's right. Terminator starred Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton as a machine sent from the future to the past, which was 1984, to go after Linda Hamilton. Now, what I really liked about this movie is that Linda Hamilton in that horrible wig was just like such a wimpy character, but in the second movie in the 90s, 180-degree turnaround. She was just tough. It's a really good movie. Go check it out. It's one of the biggest hits of 1984, actually. Coming in at number 5, Rocky 2. This is the one with Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan and Stallone in one movie. You can't get... That's a lot of freaking testosterone. Oh. Well, it might be a good thing. Alright, number 6. Highway through the danger zone. Yeah. Top Gun. Oh, come on, man. Who hasn't seen Top Gun? I mean, even my future grandchildren or whatever, my aunts, uncles, nieces, their children are going to see Top Gun. Why? It's like a staple. I mean, it's like, really doesn't have much of a storyline. And Tom Cruise will never look that good again, even though he still looks good now. This was the movie that made him a blockbuster star. Literally, the guy knows how to make a good movie. Coming in at number 6 is the one, the only, or actually number 7. And excuse me, sorry. Like I said, I have to ad-lib, but I have to write my notes. Coming in at number 7, Roadhouse. That's right, the one, the only Roadhouse. Oh, what's that line? What's that one famous line in the movie? Oh, yeah. It's either my way or the highway. Yeah, we all know that movie. And Patrick Swayze shows off his butt. Ooh. Whew. Coming in at number 8, Porky's. It was a raunchy teen comedy about these horny teenagers, sexy PE teacher. I think it was set in college. I'm sorry, college kids. It was a raunchy comedy made in Canada. It was actually a big, huge hit in the United States. And Kim Cattrall actually played the the horny PE teacher. This is before she became Samantha of Sex and the City. But yeah, this was one of the first starring vehicles for Kim Cattrall. At number 9, Die Hard! Die Hard! This movie is probably one of the biggest guy movies of all time. And I think I kind of got that Bruce Willis thing going on. I don't know. You let me know. But anyway, Die Hard is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. It's probably one of the best action movies of all time, too. Lots of good special effects. Bruce Willis. This is right before he married Demi Moore. So, yeah, and before he had all those kids. Yeah. He was actually starring and moonlighting with Sybil Shepherd. And let's see, at number 10, Rambo. Rambo was about basically a Sylvester Stallone movie. It was a big hit in the 80s, spawned a couple sequels. Like I said, really good movie. Alright, let's get to the girls tonight. The girls. So, coming in at number 10, the one, the only Little Darlings. This starred Tatum O'Neal, Chrissy McNichol, were two big teenage stars of actually the late 70s, early 80s. It was about two girls that go to camp and want to sleep with the counselors. That's pretty much it. It starred Matt Dillon, Amanda Asante as camp counselors. And if you don't, there's actually a small role Cynthia Nixon played before she became Miranda on Sex and the City. And she's actually has long blonde hair in the movie. So check it out. And for some reason, lesbians love this movie. Maybe it's because it's got a lot of girls in it, but I don't know. Actually, think about, there's like a lot of lesbian movies in the 80s. Personal best, check it out. Coming in at number 9 would be the one, the only, Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink, touch you once, I touch you twice. I won't let go at any price. I need you now, like I need you here. So, Pretty Pink starred Molly Ringwald, who was like the queen of teen movies back in the 80s. And it was basically about the poor girl from the tracks who falls in love with the rich boy, and of course his friend's not having it. And it had a very 80s soundtrack. Annie Potts played one of her friends. It was a really good, probably one of the, it's more of a drama than like a dramedy, I guess. Number, let's see, 10, 9, 8. Number 8 is Desperately Seeking Susan. Before Madonna became, actually, she became a big star with this movie. Her album, at the time, she had the #1 album, #1 movie in the country, Desperately Seeking Susan. One of the biggest hits of the 80s, and basically one of the few movies that Madonna was in that she actually was a really good actress. Now, one of the things I like about this movie is that it did have an all-star cast. It was a low-budget movie. It was directed by a woman, and it was actually a pretty good comedy, but it was not a Madonna vehicle. It was actually a Rosanna Arquette vehicle. However, the movie, the people that were promoting the movie wanted to, cash in on Madonna's fame, and so they did. It actually spawned a really big hit from Madonna, Get Into the Groove, which was probably one of her all-time biggest hits. But that bass line alone, jeez, it's like, you can't get anything better than that. All right, number 7, Dirty Dancing. Now I've had the time of my life. Oh, yeah, nobody put Baby in a Corner. I love that movie. The choreography, the dancing, the music. Oh, the movie is just, yeah. I mean, come on, Patrick Swayze. I mean, he's in he's in both my top 10 lists. It was a shame that he passed away. I was really a big fan of his. Okay, number 6 is Officer and a Gentleman. Somewhere where we belong, where the eagles fly on a mountain high. That actually starred Deborah Winger and Richard Gere. Really good movie, pretty weak plot, but it's a love story, At number 5, When Harry Met Sally. Oh, great movie. Starred Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. At the time, it actually made Meg Ryan a big movie star. It was a big hit. Basically, it was just about two friends that try to be lovers. It's a pretty good romantic movie. Check it out. Number 5. Let's see, did I say 5 already? 4, 3, 2, 1. 4's Working Girl. Or excuse me, 5, 4, 3. Let's see, 4, 3, 2. I'm sorry. Sorry, 5. I'm sorry. I'm so screwed. Let's see. I'm so screwy right now. It's like I'm ad-libbing, but I gotta take my notes. This is my Dax show, so I can afford to make some mistakes. On my own network, I'm my own producer and my own director and cameraman. Hey! Okay, so number 5. Got it. Tootsie. Tootsie Go! Basically, it starred a young Dustin Hoffman, probably in his 40s. He dressed up in drag and auditioned for a soap and got the part and fell in love with one of the leading ladies. Really good movie. Number 4, Working Girl. Let the river run, do. That woman is my secretary. That's right, Working Girl. Sigourney Weaver, Harrison Ford, and Melanie Griffith before she had all that plastic surgery. Yes, this was one of her the best movies she ever played in. Number 3, Terms of Endearment. Both Jack Nicholson and Shirley MacLaine won Oscars for their roles in this movie. It spawned a sequel. It's probably one of the best tearjerkers of all time. One of my all-time personal bests. Number 2, Beaches. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. This was a great movie, and it gave Bette Midler her first #1 hit. And number 2, and number 1 movie of all time, Steel Magnolias. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Oh, and Weezer, and just started all fun cast. Dolly Parton, Daryl Hannah, Julia Roberts, Sally Field. Great movie, great cast, probably a big tearjerker too. But it's like, that's it for the Dax show tonight. I hope everybody had a good time going back memory lane for the guys and girl movies. Okay, so signing off, and just remember, if it's not on your face, it's not a disgrace. Bye!